right, there she is. We're gonna run this strap around it and then pull it to the back. All right, here's our bolt, so stainless. Got the maze runner underneath the trailer. It's handy, you know, whenever this truck's out of commission. Say I got a 48,000 pound load of shingles or something on that trailer, I could just stick the maze runner under there and deliver those shingles with the maze runner. So that's pretty handy, and let me tell you, she can run 75 down the interstate with that full load. Won't even blink an eye. All right, so we're headed back home right now, and before I head over there, I was going to show you the crack on my windshield. And like that FMCSA regulation was saying, if it falls above the top of your steering wheel, which this barely does, barely, and what was it? I think it was 2 inches from the top and 1 from the side, then it's illegal unless it's not intersected by another crack. I hope I'm interpreting that correctly. And as you can see on this crack here, nothing is intersecting it. It starts down there and it just works its way up, and nothing intersects it. So regardless, like I said in my rant, we're getting it replaced. And the place that I'm having to do the replacement, they're called Clearview Auto Glass. And they're out of Mustang, Oklahoma. So maybe I could get a video tomorrow with the guy who comes out and does the work. They're just a small outfit. I don't like to support the big guys. I like to, because I'm a small company myself, so I try to support the small businesses around here. Most people need a windshield replaced. Who do they call? What's the first thing you think of? Safelite. Safelite sent me a quote to have this replaced was $372. This place, the quote's $225, and that's parts and labor. So we're saving about $150, and they come out to me to replace it. So we're taking it to the house. I'm gonna try to get it ready so he can get this windshield put on. And what do I mean by get it ready? Well, I gotta take this jerry-rig freaking visor that I put on there. I gotta take it off because there's not a lot of room to work with, and yeah, this thing, it looks like crap, but it is what it is. I want to put something up in between the truck and the garage to shade that area right there. And I got a couple tarps. So we got to measure first. I'm going to hook it in to the stacks, and I'm going to run to the house a tarp. So we're going to measure what we need right now. We're measuring about from the house there back to my stacks, 18 feet. So we got our tarps in here. Let's go ahead and roll them out. See what this comes to. Come here, Esther. Why don't you stand on the tarp? Stand on it. I'm trying to roll it out. 9 feet. Alright, so that came out perfect. So we're going to tie these two tarps together with, oh yeah, you guessed it, redneck rope. I'm needing a tie on point to hook that tarp up to the house, and trying to find something around here I can use. Alright, well, I think we found the solution. My wife's got these things here for this yoga swing, and she's afraid that these hooks are going to come out of the ceiling. I don't think they will. I will say this, if she's on that swing and they do come out of the ceiling, we got bigger problems. No pun intended. So anyway, we're gonna take these things out. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, as they say down here in the south. Alrighty, they are out of the ceiling. And doesn't that look a lot better? Doesn't that just looks so much better? You know, now when people come into this house, it doesn't look like, you know, we've been in here whipping each other, putting, you know, ball gags in our mouth or something. So now we can put it in another room where nobody can see that stuff. We're about to go back outside. Before I do that, I gotta protect myself from the sun. Let me tell you what, it's hotter than Grandma's house in January out there. This is what I do. Wet this sucker down. This Gold's Gym towel. Now, we don't go to the gym, but we used to, because we had to, because we lived in a school bus, and we had to shower, and there wasn't a shower in a school bus. So we got a membership to Gold's Gym, and I worked out there for 2 years, and then we moved out of the bus. Now we have a shower and electricity and a refrigerator and happiness and cold air in the summer and warm air in the winter. Yeah, it's a lot better. So we got these, and I don't go to the gym. I will say this: you see a truck driver in the gym, there's probably a reason for it. You know, he's got high blood pressure or something, or you know, he might be living in a bus. All right, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Boom. And then we gotta loosen up our hat. And now my neck won't be too red. It'll still be red, but not too red. Alright, so now we need to go get our ladder. Oh, the girls want out. Come on, let's go. Get out. Go. Man, I should have made a video. I didn't have the channel at the time on this Pergola. Isn't that amazing? I made that myself. I should have done a video on it. Instead of having 28 views per video, I would have 74, you know. Those things, oh my God, nightmare. We'll do a video explaining some of it, and we'll do another video on this too. I made this by myself, except for the concrete. My brother-in-law helped me with the concrete. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. People are kind of weird about that stuff, so I never know. Haven't asked him. Well, let's get this ladder. All right, we got the, whatever you call these things right here. We got to find a drill bit for. Man, look at all this valuable info I'm giving away on here. You thought you were watching the video about just replacing the windshield. I'm giving away secrets. You know, I'm dropping knowledge. So we want a shank that's a little bit smaller than the shank of that. I don't know. We'll try that. All right, well, we got her tied off at 2 points on the garage. All right, we got her tied off on the house, and of course this is taking longer than I thought it was going to take. You know, whenever you got some kind of job to do around the house, and you're sitting there thinking, you know, that'll probably take me, I don't know, 30 minutes. just multiply that times 17, and that'll give you the time that it will actually take to complete that task. We're running them back to the stacks, and on the stacks I'm just using these magnets. We'll probably wrap some wire around it too, but these magnets, they're pretty dang strong. All right, there she is. We got her tied off on the house up there. We got the redneck rope up here holding her in, and then we got a magnet back here. All right, so now it's time to take this visor off, and 2 bolts that comes off right there. That should be as simple as it is, but no, I had to do some redneck stuff and put this thing on here, because this piece, which is the cheapest visor you can buy, it's like 90 bucks. Never buy it. It will flap around in the wind like really bad. Just buy an entire visor. Don't buy this bolt-on piece of crap. It's horrible. I was too cheap to go and buy the correct one, so I just stiffened it up by putting a bunch of holes in the cab and mounting that metal contraption there. So yeah, don't do that. Let's go ahead and zip this bolt off of there. Like I said, never do this. Tell you what, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and invest in Amazon. Alright, well, we got this visor almost undone. These 2 screws on each one on each side is still holding it up. So once I take those loose, I don't want it to just drop, because it's still got some wiring that's for these lights that's, I don't want it to break. So we're gonna run this strap around it and then pull it to the back. All right, we got both sides strapped off. That way, whenever I undo that visor, it's not going to drop. All right, well, it's the next day, and this guy should be here at any time. I was looking at some videos last night. I only found one, and it was on a Freightliner Century, which is the same cab as this. I'm doing a windshield replacement, and the guy had to take this trim off here, which I got sitting right there, and also he had to take this piece off right here. I guess we'll sit here and wait. All right, well, the guy's here, and I don't want to put him on the spot and film him, but he's getting after it out there. Check this out, guys. You know how I like all my cameras in my truck? Well, I like them in the house. You gotta have them when you live next to a guy who's maybe schizophrenic. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can sit here and watch the progress. Looks like he's got the old windshield out. Looks like he's cleaning up, getting it ready for the new windshield. It's kind of hard to see because my curtain is covering what he's doing, but oh, it looks like he's putting up some sort of caulking. Oh yeah, that's so the windshield is sealed up when he puts it on there. He's getting her done. Alright, well, I missed it. I was slacking. But he grabbed the windshield. And he's putting her on there right now. Lining her up. There it is. Hard to find anywhere to put your foot on that truck. I guess now he's just going around the outside of it with more caulking. Make sure that bad boy's sealed up from the rain, especially on the top side there. Oh, dang it. There we go. Got the windshield all finished up and looks good. He put these little tabs down here so it doesn't fall, because he was saying it was down here. It was sitting on the firewall before, so you got to put these tabs here so it doesn't fall. And he also tightened up this rubber piece here, that way it doesn't flap around. And he dammed up right there because this truck's missing that rubber piece. All right, we're going to put this pillar back up. And if you guys are curious, because I know I was, on how this thing comes off of here, it's three nuts that come out. And we're going to get this outside door pillar cover put back on. It goes right there. And if you guys are curious how this thing comes off, you have to pull the inside piece off first, right here. Basically, it would be that piece over there. You have to pull it off first, and then you can access the back side of the piece I'm putting on. So those 3 bolts that are attached to that piece. So here's the back side of that trim panel. So these 3 bolts right here that are already attached to it, they go in these holes right here. You got one right there, you got one right here, you got one up there, and you access those from the back side. And you also have a bolt right here, which my truck didn't have. It wasn't even on there. Come on. Jeez. There now. Bullshit. That sucked. Oh my God. There goes my drill. We gotta put these nuts down in there. Hopefully I don't lose my nuts. Jesus Christ. I'm done after this for the day. This sucks. While I'm at it, you wanna know a trick to try to get a nut on there? You put it down there in the socket. You can't reach your fingers in there, ain't no way in hell. You put that nut down there, it's too deep. So what do? You put one nut in there and then you put another right on top of it. Boom. Of course it didn't start. Of course. That'd be too easy. Can't have things easy. And of course it dropped. Of course. I swear. Just start. Today is not my day. Alright, that one started. Where'd my nut go? I lost it. I lost my nuts. Oh, it doubled up on there. I guess that can happen. Just start, for the love of God. I forgot all about these bits I have that are magnetized, DeWalt. Of course I forgot about them. Oh, that worked really good. It's hot. And of course I lost my socket down in there, down in the abyss. It has fallen into the metal cage that is my truck, and I don't know, it's somewhere down there. I'm just gonna have to buy a new socket. We got backup. We already got that one. I'm not messing with it no more. Go ahead and get this one. That's tight. I'm not messing with it again. We got one more now. Stupid steering wheel. Get out of my way. It's on there. Let's cinch it on down. We're good. We got that piece on. Now it's time to put this piece up, and we want to look over here for a reference. I gotta turn this truck on. I'm about to have a heat stroke in here. Alright, let's put this bad boy on there. Sorry if my air alarm is loud. Am I putting that on right? No. Put it on upside down. Get Come on. I'm about to just break this thing. Cheap ass Freightliner. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you that way. Not you, the truck. Bad mouth this truck. Oh, she'll self-destruct. Believe me. That doesn't feel right. Whatever. Don't care at this point. And if you run wires through the door like me, I don't know how else to do it. The damn things are going to split on you sometimes. It's still intact. Well, let's just see. Let's just make sure the damn thing's still working. Which one is that? I gotta plug the thing in first. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and of course, the one that was unplugged wasn't even the one with the issue. I'm losing my mind today, guys. There's the one with the issue, and it's good. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna wrap. We're gonna put this redneck Band-Aid right over that sucker and call it good. Yeah. Kaboom. Permanent fix. Alright, so all we got left to do is put on that visor up there. I ain't messing with it today. You know, you gotta know when to quit sometimes when you're pissed. And right now is one of those times. So we will get back to it tomorrow when it's a little cooler and I'm a little cooler. Alright, well it's the next day and we're gonna get started back on this. I'm in a little bit better mood now, so. And we got some shade. Alright, well we gotta go to Tractor Supply. Unfortunately, when you take the bolts out and you put them back in, they break. So we gotta get one for right here. And then on this side, it's got a bolt that right there that has a nut on the other side that came loose. And then it got stripped out and it broke, so. Alright, we made it over here to Tractor Supply. And one thing that's very important, whenever you're working on something on the outside of the truck that's going to be exposed to the elements, especially up front, you want to make sure you replace it with either stainless steel or aluminum. You don't want to put just a regular steel bolt up there because it'll rust and it'll start to leave rust marks all over your paint, which are really hard to get off. Like I said, the minute you get something steel, you'll notice it about 2-3 months later. You'll start to see all the rust. All right, here's our bolt. So stainless. A lot of times people have opened up stuff in here, so this looks like the right size. Let's go ahead and try this out. And we're gonna need a washer, so this looks good. That'll work. All right, we're finished up putting the bolts on. I got those 3 put in, and there's the bracket. And now, once you're done with something like this, you want to come back up here and vacuum out all this. Don't just sweep it off of there because it'll get stuck down there in the motor. And you don't want stuff like that getting all hot. well, there was a couple videos back. I took my truck to a truck wash, and I never have them open up the hood to wash underneath the engine. In my opinion, you should never do that, because just look at all these electrical wires and stuff right in there coming out of your ECU. I mean, you got wires all over this engine, and especially on the new motor, you don't want water getting in there corroding your connections. I just choose to leave the hood closed. But since right now we got this tarp up here, what we're going to do, going to pull it down kind of over this motor, and I'm going to clean up some of these places they missed, like right here and right here. That way I don't get water all over the motor. Alright, before I do this, I will advise, probably don't want to walk on your hood. I did, so if you do, you can't wash off your shoe marks with just regular soap. I use this Purple Power, and you'll see it takes this stuff off pretty quick. Just kind of let it sit on there for 5 or 10 seconds, let it do its thing, and then just wipe it off, and then kind of hit it with the water hose. Go ahead and start here at the bottom where it's already leaking down. See, it just takes everything right off. We'll hit that with another mist right there. Well, that bird poop is on there. Yep, it almost got all the bird poop. Good enough for me though. Damn it. Looks pretty good. And on that windshield, you want to make sure, at least for me, I'm not an expert on this, but I would think you want to wait at least a day. I'm going to wait a couple days before I get water on that windshield. Let that sealant set up good. So yeah, we'll try to keep it dry till then. And as always, don't forget, if you subscribe to my channel, the next time you're sitting on that magic maker and you need toilet paper, there will be somebody in the house who will bring you that toilet paper, and they will cast no judgment on you.